Hey family, I'm SNwadiei. I'm HYBASIA, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa, but now I am still in the USA in Galveston, Texas. And guys, I went to my quilting applique class today. Had to take or lose some parts of my applique, but look y'all, it's starting to shape up into a pumpkin. I have to put the pieces back together. I had to take or loose 1.5 of these because it was out of place. I had to pin it down while I'm sewing it this time so it'll keep its place. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. So I'm gonna sew this part first and then sew this part onto that. So that'll be one part, and I can turn it into either a block for a quilt or use it as a table runner or use it as a pillow. Strictly up to me, y'all. I like this. It's relaxing. I love to do the handwork of it. I use a big fat eye needle because it's easy for me to see and easy for me to thread and work with it. So I'm glad. I only go to class 1 day a week, and the teacher gave us some more patterns. Thought that was nice, y'all. Like a little series of patterns that we have to choose from. And we cut out little things we call templates. This was 1/3 of the pumpkin. And y'all know, they've been watching me. I take these classes as part of a lifelong learning process because I do not want to get Alzheimer or organic brain. I'm 70, y'all. And I've been researching how not to get it for a long time. And some of the research says if you keep learning new things, it helps you to make more neural pathways. So even if you do get any of the so-called process of the dis-ease, you should not have the symptoms of it, which is what we want to get away from. You don't want to have the symptoms of it. Like they say, you only use a certain part of your brain anyway. So if you can keep having as many neural pathways, like having a freeway with all of this side streets that you can take to get there, because the highway has traffic jams sometimes. You know, I have all these side streets that you can keep moving. Well, that's the same thing for your brain. Extra neural pathways helps you to just keep it moving, y'all. Keep the learning process going. So I'm so happy for the 50 Plus program. I could do a free infomercial for them anytime. And I love to teach the quilting process to others, the applique process to others. It's all about caring and sharing. Y'all know, they've been watching me, that I watch other people's videos for inspiration sometimes. And I've been hearing people talk about some of the reasons for repatriating to the motherland. And it's funny, y'all. It reminds me of when I used to live in Houston with my children. We'll live in one part of town because I'll be trying to move closer to my job and live in decent apartments and stuff like that. And all they could see was, where's the people that look like us? I used to tell them, look in the car. Everybody in the car looks like you. Like, what is your problem? Everybody in the car looks like you. Why are you worrying about the people that you don't even know? if everybody in the whole area looked like them and they didn't know them, what difference would it make, really? You know, it's not going to change their day-to-day life, not in the least. So I find it strange how people don't visit sometimes. A lot of times seem like they're not visiting before they relocate. They just leave everybody and relocate somewhere. That's just what you can do if that's what you want to do, y'all. But if you want to have my advice is to visit first, no matter where you're going to go. Research first, visit first, see how you like it, and see if you actually want to permanently relocate somewhere and miss your family. That actually is your tribe. I saw Beyonce talking about bloodline and all of that. Actually, she got the right idea for that. If you worry about your tribe and your bloodline, you create that. You know, and other people created you into that. It's not something that you find from an external source. It's already built within your own family. And it just seems strange to leave your family that you do know to go all the way where you have to start all over again. Because all I can say, y'all, is that everybody grows up so quickly. Babies become toddlers and become adults at the blink of an eye. So if you actually was blessed enough to have family that was close, that you actually got along with, why would you actually leave that relationship to switch it to online and then be around on a day-to-day basis with people that you don't know to start all over again, and it'll never be like with your family of origin. I hear people talk about the majority of the people look like me. Yes, but just think again. Even if the majority of the people look like you have to think, is it more of a caste system thing where people go according to how much money a person has or how much status a person has on how they are treated by the greater society? Do people actually get paid what they're worth, or even paid a living wage? And do they have the opportunity to move from one level to another in that wonderful country, or countries, or continent where you feel like everybody looks like you? The opportunities most of the times seem to be for the elites and the people that know the elites. It's a status thing, a caste thing. That's what I've observed. If you've seen anything different or been around anything different, let me know. I've gone to several countries in the motherland, I know, and that's what I've seen, y'all. I love going to different places in the motherland. I've stayed even up to 6 months. But when I come back home, y'all, I be happy to see my hometown again. I be happy to see my old friends again. I be happy to talk to my best friend again without being on WhatsApp and going, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Going outside, putting the phone upside down. Can you hear me now? Trying to get a better connection. Be able to go to a meeting in person with people that's on the board with me for a different organization. It's just all kind of things that I can get involved in the community right here as well. And I miss that when I'm gone. So I find a lot of things that can be done on both sides of the world, y'all. It's a big world, and I like being a citizen of the world. I'm not that enthused anymore on being in a place just because people look like me. The majority of the people look like me, because I understand now when I'm traveling, for the most part, I have a change in my position. My status changes. I was blessed here because I'm a nurse. I was a nurse anyway, retired nurse. So my status here is not bad. I'm on the board of somebody else's nonprofit organization, as well as still having my own of HYBASIA here. But I'm telling you, it's just something about being able to go where I want to go in my car and know where I'm going and stay as long as I want to or whatever. Leave when you get ready, when you want to, come back when you want to. Take classes, see your doctors, get your medications, all that, and you don't have any problems. When I travel abroad, I can't get my chiropractor so far. I will keep trying though, y'all. And I bring my medication, which I suggest you do as well. Make sure you have enough medication when you travel. At least in the Gambia, they do have 2 locations that I was able to find medication that came either from the USA or from the major drug companies that was legitimate medications. And then I also was able to find good doctors in the Gambia as well. The only thing, like I said again, no chiropractors, and I need the chiropractor, y'all. It's like a tune-up for a car for me because of my chiropractor and giving up dairy. I'm pain-free, and I can walk. I can sit up, y'all. I love it. I haven't had even anything for pain in a long time, not even bitter leaf, because I haven't needed it. Like I said, maybe need to get stretched out, and from the chiropractors, and so need ice, from the deep massage. But other than that, that's it. I do have friends and adoptive families in the Gambia, but y'all, they have their own jobs to do, their own things to do, so it is not the same. I love them all, I really do, but it is not the same as being here and being able to see people at weddings, and yeah, even funerals, and seeing people have their new babies and see them growing up. It's nothing like it, y'all. Like I say, life is short. So it's about how important someone is to you, not necessarily just because they look like you. It's your people, y'all. And I would tell y'all, there is no, quote, perfect family here nor the other side of the world. There's no secret out there of how people get along perfectly, and that you will learn how to treat your family better or whatever just by observing somebody just because they're in a different country, that you just assume that somehow they know better than you do. People are the same everywhere, y'all, good and bad. And people can act in public with a beautiful persona, because that's how people do in public. And that's everywhere in the world. So don't believe the hype, y'all. Research before you go anywhere, and think in the balance of life what is really important to you. And remember that you cannot get back time. So if you love watching your grandbabies growing up, or your great-grandbabies growing up, being able to spend time with them and all of that, there's a lot to be said for that. And you're blessed when you're able to do that. I was blessed being able to be with my grandparents when I was growing up. I'm so glad that they was close in the same town with me. I learned so much from them, and I have so many great memories. I'm glad there was no such thing as Facebook or WhatsApp back in the day. My grandmother was funny, and so was my grandfather. They was my bloodline, y'all. My tribe. My family is big in the United States, y'all. From Texas, Louisiana, California, and places in between. All I can say is, family is family. And that's your tribe. Love them or leave them, whatever. It's up to you. Please don't judge books by their covers, or people either. It's nice to go somewhere, and yes, it's nice to know that the majority of the people look like you when you go to different places. Even when you go to Haiti, that's how it is. If you go somewhere like Atlanta, that's how it is. You go to some events in Houston, that's how it is. When you live in a bubble, like in a little cocoon. Sometimes you have events in Galveston, and you're in a little bubble in this cocoon, and that's how it is. Tulsa, Oklahoma, amongst other places. Go to some of the Gullah Geechee events in the South, you know, South Carolina and all up in there, Florida, etc. You'll have those type experiences. So it's just a matter of seek, and you will find your experiences where you can be surrounded by people who can nourish your spirit and nourish you. They see you, they hear you, they know you. Life is short, y'all. Sometimes we're reaching so much for a carrot that we miss the carrots growing in our own backyard. Yes, we do. Like I said, I love going back and forth. I do. And hopefully one day my gardening skills will be so good that I'll have a garden growing here in the USA, as well as the food forest in the Gambia. I love it to be able to grow what I eat and eat what I grow on both sides of the world, y'all. And to be able to encourage people to do that everywhere I go, and people that see me online as well. But anyway, y'all, that's all I was just gonna say, is that it's not just about how you look on the outside, it's how you treat people and who you love. And your family is your family, and the babies grow up too quickly. They do. You gotta remember, you was a baby once yourself. So just be aware. And then the rest is up to you. And I wish you all love, joy, peace, and a positive mind. Until next time, y'all. Peace, peace. Power to the people. I'm out, y'all. Bye.